the game could see the boxing voice.
Don't know what time feels like.
Go!
All right.
Go! Up! Yep.
6, 7.
Go! Yep. Go!
There you go. There you go.
Got it. Seven.
Where do we begin? Where do we begin with you, Bruno? What's been going on? You just fought in Aloha Promotions. What do you have going on? We just saw you do a crazy workout. Where do we begin?
We have a big opportunity to fight for the NABF in Texas against this guy Oscar Cantu. My manager Herb Stone got me that opportunity, and and my coach, they've been working on it to get me that fight. So it's exciting to have the opportunity.
What do you think?
I think we're real excited about it. We had a fight on October 17th in Carson, California. It's Bruno's first fight in 18 months. And it was a long layoff, due to a broken hand. And we got 6 rounds. Nestor Ramos was our opponent. Another 5'7" foot fighter, orthodox style. That's who Oscar Cantu. He's ranked number 3 by the NABF. Bruno was ranked number 5. So it's a good opportunity. We're going to go to Oscar's home state of Texas. We're going to fight in Corpus Christi. And, it's going to be, we're training very, very hard to show exactly who we are and that we are back.
Bruno, what do you have to do when you go into someone's backyard and they're the guy that's kind of selling the tickets and all of that? What's the mindset when you go into a fight like this, a title fight?
The mindset is kind of like similar as the Marvin Hagler, destruction and destroy. We're trying to win every round. If we have to go 10 full rounds war, we are ready for that. That's why we train so hard, and we're prepared for any type of fights. So I really expecting an explosive fight, and it's gonna be exciting.
Oh, I'm 100% agree. We have to come and take it from Oscar. Nothing's going to be given to us. Brian Schwartz, we've been training, and Brian, right away adopted we got to win 70% of that round, of every round. We have to really show domination and explosiveness. And as you saw today, we sparred today, and Bruno's been displaying a lot of the explosiveness that we want in the fight, and we have more things to work on, and we will, and we have a little bit of time to prepare for this fight on December 12th, and we're taking advantage of every single day.
Bruno, how was your last fight, and talk about how it felt to get back in the ring and just how it felt. It was 18 months.
It was exciting to be back after 18 months because of my hand injury. You know, it was we're really prepared. People expecting I would get a ring rust, but you know, I didn't feel anything of that because I feel I've been active sparring with helping Victor Pasillas, you know, Jesus Partida, and sparring Jobert, and you know, and been working with Remy Korchimny, and you know, stay active with track, and working with Mike Bazzel with hypoxic, and all this, you know, Victor Conti's products. So it's exciting. It was we expected that it's gonna be that way of a fight. So you know, I was happy that the results came out to that.
And Mr. Bazzel, I feel like you've been the secret weapon of the Bay Area. Not a lot of people know who you are, but you've been on television a lot, and you've kind of been a guy who you've never looked for the spotlight. But with Bruno, you have a special relationship. And how is the relationship and some of the coaching that you're working on accumulating in this fight?
Yeah, you're right about that. You know, I've been with Bruno every single fight, 16 now pro fights, and it's the truth, you know. And I mean, something that Bruno didn't mention, you know, Vanes Martirosyan was here. He held his whole camp, and Bruno, you know, Bruno was the fourth man in the corner, but he trained every single day with Vanes throughout the full camp when he fought E.J. Smith on the Berto Mayweather card. And, you know, I think that experience as well, you know, helping Vanes prepare for such a big fight and a big stage, and Bruno being in the ring that night with us, I think that helped prepare. And I'm sure he was nervous for the fight that he had on the 17th of October when we fought. But I think that whole, being a part of that whole preparation and stuff, you know, and being on the other side for the first time, you know, being, you know, as a trainer, he was, you know, one of Vanes' strength trainers in the, you know, to getting prepared. And that played a big role, you know, and it's also springboarded that something, a big 2016 that we're looking for, you know. And I think a lot of it is when you have that long layoff due to injury or contract negotiations. As we know, there's some big fighters out there that have been off for almost 2 years now due to contract negotiations, not even an injury. It can happen in boxing. I think I think you can become depressed, and I think there can be that ring rust and that struggle to get back, you know, your passion for the sport or whatever. But none of that happened, you know. You know, we're really, really fortunate and really prepared for a really big 2016. You know, we're going to Texas to come back with the NABF super flyweight title. We are going to get that.
Final question, and this is one I haven't ever gotten to talk to you about, the experience of training Vanes. I mean, that was a big fight. I told people that was going to be a good fight because I thought that they both brought something interesting style-wise. Vanes had 2 knockdowns, and he looked pretty good. I just never got to catch up with you. I saw the camp. I saw the work. How did you feel about the camp as a whole and the performance?
I felt the camp was very successful. You know, Vanes has had some very great trainers in his career, and he's had a lot of experience. You know, gosh, he was on the Olympic team with Andre Ward, right? And he's had some wonderful, he has a great, what do you call it, resume, you know, in boxing, you know, and he knows how to fight. And this, working with Victor Conti, Remy Korchimny, the whole kind of snack program, I think it was the main focus for him, is to kind of strip down his chassis, you know, strip down his body and rebuild it. You know, he knew how to fight, and he was able to do some things that he hadn't been able to do in other fights, just based on different type of training, you know. And I think the next camp that we have will be where we can work on more of this boxing and more of because he trusts us wholeheartedly with his body, with his conditioning, and with his, weight cut, rehydration, you know, every aspect of training, and was on point. And he now we can focus on other things too, you know, working on his boxing, getting better. Great respect to E.J. Smith, because I swear that 8th round, that knockdown, that last one, I thought he was done, and he got up. And at the end of the fight, I went up to him immediately and was just like, man, you're one tough dude, man. You're one amazing fighter, because, you know, and that's a tribute to him, you know, to have a career where he's never been dropped, never been stopped in a fight.
Okay. So, anything else you guys wanted to say?
Geez, man, there's so many different people to thank. You know, Bruno has a very big support system and sponsors, and we're very happy with.
Sponsor Team Snack,
yeah.
you know, Undisputed Boxing Gym, and you know, the Old Pro, Local Union 271, all the sponsors of my group and KMI Gym. So I want to thank everyone. December 12th, we're looking to get the NABF title, bring them back to California. All right.